Hello, my name is Edwin Garcia, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a Rolling Stones article which states that vinyl is poised to outsell CDs for the first time since 1986. So today on this video, we're going to break down why this is happening, what it means for vinyl, and what it means for CD. So this Rolling Stones article states that vinyl is going to outsell CDs again for the first time since 1986. Currently, the vinyls are up to $224.1 million in revenue, selling 8.6 million units, while CD sales are at 247.9 million on 18.6 million units sold. So obviously, CD is still ahead of vinyl at the time of this recording, at the time of the release of this Rolling Stones article, which I'll have links to in the information below. But it's very close, and it's actually on pace to be extremely competitive, and it's going to be neck and neck with vinyl versus CD in terms of the year 2019. So why is this happening? Well, according to Tom Corson, he says that vinyl is, quote, a sexy, cool product. It represents an investment in music that's an emotional one. And I tend to agree with Mr. Corson here that vinyl at this time right now, which is, I'm shocked to say, if you would have told me this even 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but vinyl is on the rise because people consider it hip, they consider it cool, they consider it nostalgic. When it comes to album artwork, it's way bigger than a CD, and it pops, and it's just a bigger, more tangible product. And yes, physical media is definitely on the downtrend. It's not, I don't think, at least as of right now, I don't see when it will possibly be more popular than digital. It's just streaming's just so much easier with everything. Music, movies, television shows, all types of media. The public has been very clear that they want it in the easiest way, the most accessible way possible for the cheapest price. That's just a fact. But for the people who do want to invest physically, it seems like they're a little more demanding. They're like, okay, I'm willing to spend the money, but I want it to be worth it. So what's worth it for people? It seems like vinyl is the answer, because at least it's a big product. It's nice. It looks beautiful. You can hang it on your wall. You can put it on a shelf. You can have a nice little stack. It kind of creates more of a collector mentality where you gather around and you listen to it and you put it on while you cook or you clean or you have people over for a sit down of a listening or things like that. And really, that's why vinyl has risen so much. It's got the nostalgia, and the hipsters have definitely gravitated towards it with like punk records and rock records, and they're buying up the vinyls. They're on limited release, so diehard fans are like, oh, they're only printing 10,000 of these. Let me make sure I get one. Things like that are happening that make it cool. And the older people always liked vinyl. They kind of never stopped liking vinyl. It was just CD became so much cheaper. But now that CD feels irrelevant when you have a cell phone that's portable, they're kind of coming back to vinyl. And then the younger people are, again, thinking it's hip, thinking it's cool, feeling like it's a little retro, a little 80s nostalgia, which we talked about on this channel before, why the 80s are on the rise. And vinyl is definitely associated with 70s and 80s in particular, more than any other generation, so or any other decades, really. So for those reasons, vinyl is just on the rise. And what it means for vinyl is, I don't know what vinyl's cap is, what the max they can do is, but I don't think they've reached it quite yet. I think they're going to definitely overtake them in 2020, and I think they have a little more left in terms of how much more they can grow. I don't think they've maxed out this kind of vinyl craze. I think it can keep on going. I think artists are using it as an advantage for maybe after the albums are done, after the sales have kind of dwindled and the streaming's gone down. Hey, diehard fans, here's a beautiful vinyl, add it with a t-shirt, it's $50, things like that, and the diehard fans are gravitating and making that investment. While CD, it feels like it's kind of stuck. I was always a CD guy, and even I haven't bought many CDs this year, probably like under 10, because it just becomes, you kind of do it as almost a defiance at this point, because it's a small thing, it's very little, it is compact, but again, my phone probably has an album, so I have to really decide almost stubbornly that I'm gonna use this physical product. While vinyl, it's a bigger product. You put it in your home. It's almost an art piece in and of itself, with also keeping it in a nice little stand. You kind of make it an homage to music and stuff, and you can put it on and listen to music out loud while you're cooking and cleaning, like I said, talking to people, and it becomes just more of a social experience, more of an intimate setting. It's like next level dedication. While popping a CD, it just feels like, well, you could have just also linked your phone to it, and vinyl just gives you that extra layer of passion And that's what diehard music fans are looking for, that extra passion. How can I express it more? You collect cool vinyl records, and you have your cool little systems. It just allows for more of a community than CD at this time does. So I feel like, unfortunately, CD's on the way down, vinyl's on the rise, and I think that we're going to see that continue at least until 2020. I think that's going to continue to increase, and I'm not sure, where things will go after that. But those are my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you buying vinyl records? Are you buying CDs? Are you just purely streaming? I believe the article mentioned, and again, I'll link it below, that vinyl sales and I think CD combined, they only go for about 4% of the industry. It's still largely streaming when it comes to revenue from record sales, but it's still a significant portion where it's building. Maybe it gets up to 10%. I'm not sure, and it seems like people really like it. So I'd love to hear who here collects CDs still, who's collecting vinyl, who's really getting into it. Even I'm thinking of getting into it some more. My father has a bunch of vinyl records, and you can also get them for super cheap. It's really fun to go to stores and swamp meets and stuff, and find dollar vinyls and kind of find hidden gems and B-sides and alternate records and things like that. It kind of brings out the collector and hunter in you. And I think that's another reason why people are loving it. And shout out to vinyl. Everyone thought it was dead, and so did I, many years ago. And it slowly stuck around just enough and waited for its opportunity. And you never know, what's old is new, and vinyl is the latest craze. So let me know in the comments below if you're collecting vinyl, if you're collecting CD, if you're just streaming. What do you think this is a big deal? Is it not that big a deal? Are you surprised by it? And make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video.